So it all started when I was 16. I was in this technical school, in this web design program. I was invited to an entrepreneurship conference. And so the keynote speaker at the time, his name was Joseph Facciano, and he spoke about the power of networking. And he said, today I'm gonna decide who's gonna design my website and business cards. He was talking about all the other keynote speakers that were there. And his main point was that the people you spend time with are the people you're gonna do business with. And that's the power of networking. If you don't hang out with somebody, you're not gonna do business with them. But then I was like, okay, I'm there. So I threw my hands up in the air and then everybody looked at me. And they're like, okay, you have a question? And I said, no, I don't have a question, but I can design your website and business card. And at this time, I didn't have any business. And he says, well, what's your business called? And I immediately responded, John Luke Design. John Luke Design. And he said, okay, well, I'll talk to you afterwards. And then he resumes back to his point. So afterwards, he comes up to me and he says, okay, he's like, do you have business cards? And he knew I didn't have business cards. I'm 17, I'm a high school student. And I said, no, but I just ran out of them. He says, okay, here's my card. He says, send me an email from your portfolio. And he says, and then we'll see what's up and then maybe we'll chat. So I go home. I buy myself johnlukedesign.com. I spend like $12. Then I go on Vistaprint and I order myself business cards. And I build up these fake portfolio projects with 6 different types of categories. Here's a restaurant, a consulting firm, a financial firm, so that I show that I have diversity in my portfolio. And so that I show, hey man, like I have some experience, I can actually do this. And so I spend day and night and I just wouldn't stop working. And so about 4 or 5 days later, after doing this, I put all of these projects up online. I have johnlukedesign.com is live. And so I sent him an email and I said, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you at the entrepreneurship program. Would love to meet with you. Okay, again, after I drafted this email, rewrote it 100 times. I showed my teacher and my teacher looked over. He's like, yeah, that sounds good. Eventually I met with him and then he became my first client. I charged him $15 an hour and it was a $450 logo.